to this lesson about deleting existing item in the to-do list. Before we dive in that, in my last lesson, the message was sent from the server as a string, as you see here. It's not JSON. So that's actually a problem because the user expect JSON response, and we need to fix that. To fix that, actually it's very easy. We just need to remove this from the JSONify. So JSONify, actually it's a function in the Flask that is taking object and convert it to JSON format. So we don't need to send it as a string. We send it as an object. So let's see if that fixes our issue. So I save this update in the code, and I will go ahead and see if the debugger reload again, and as we see here it's reload. So let's go ahead and send the request again and see if that message is sent in JSON format instead of string format, which is here. So yeah, that's fixed our issue, and now it's normal JSON response as the user expectation. So let's update like item number 1 to make sure that the other if part is updated too, which is this situation. Now we update this we test this situation, so we need to test this situation also. So let's see if that fixed too. So ID number 1 and learn Java, for example, let's put 1 here and send it, and as you see here the message is item updated successfully in JSON format, and that's good. So in today's lesson we need to speak about how to delete existing item from the to-do list by its ID. So in similar way we will try to find that item in the list. If it exists, then we will need to remove it from the list. Otherwise we will send 404 error that say the item is not existing, this ID is not exist. So let's go ahead and do that. So as always, app.route decoration, and the endpoint is to do, and the parameter, the path parameter, this is called path parameter, is ID. The methods will be delete method, and the function for this endpoint will be delete to do item by ID, and here we need to receive the ID in the function because it's sent in the path, so it have to be passed as parameter to this function. So now actually this code is similar, and we do similar code before. So the code which is we created for get item, find item by find to do item by ID is similar to the delete, except if we don't need to return that item, we need to delete it. So we can copy and paste all of this code and tweak it a little bit to match our requirement. So we need to fix the alignment because this is really an issue in Python. So Python is work based on the tab, so we need to fix our tab. Now this is if the item is the ID is match the item ID, we need to initialize, we need to put this in the item to delete. Actually this we need to rename it to item to delete, and here we just need to say item to delete, and otherwise we need to continue on this loop. Now if the item to delete equal none, still none, we need to send the message in this format, in this way, to the caller, say that we didn't find your item, so message item not exist, otherwise we need to say the message will be item removed successfully, and before that we need just to remove it from the list, so to do list dot remove, and the item we need to remove is this one, item to remove, and the status code is fine here for 200, here it's supposed to be 404. So that's it for this method. Let's go ahead and test it and see if our function will work fine, and we need to test via delete method if we send like item number 1, if it's removed from the list or not. So we make sure that our server is running. If it's not running, we will just need to run it in using Python to do rest.py, and we will use postman again. The method will be delete, the URL for the endpoint will be localhost, and then 8181 backslash todo, and then 1. So this supposed to be success operation, and as we see the item is removed successfully from the list. Let's see if there is any debug error. We don't have any debugging error here, and no exception happened, so that means the item is removed from the list. Let's see if our list doesn't contain that item. So we say to do, and then we say list. Remember, this method is return all the to do item in the list, so we supposed to have one item in this list now, and for sure that's what we got is start learning Spring framework, because we delete the, I think it was learn flask. Yeah, we deleted successfully. So let's delete the next item and see if that is also happened successfully. So localhost item number 2, we need to delete item number 2. Now item removed successfully. Now if we send this request again, we're supposed to get the other message, which is item not exist. So let's go ahead and send this request again, and for sure we got item not exist error message, and the status code is 404 not found. Now if we go ahead and try to get everything, we supposed to get empty list, and that's what we got there. So now by end of this end of this method, we have complete application to manage our to-do list by doing add, update, delete, and find one item by its ID. So this means that you have a great introduction how to use Python Flask, and this is the end of module 1 of this course. In the next module we will speak about Python blueprint and how to create good design pattern by organizing our code a little bit to make it prettier and more readable for the other developer who will work in your code later or in the future. So see you in the next module about converting this to-do list REST API to blueprint application. Have a good day. Bye.